Hi, boys and girls. I hope you're doing well. Just want to tell you a little bit about what's going to happen in reading this week. So, you're going to finish up reading Number the Stars, chapter 17, and then the afterword. The afterword is just exactly what it means, that it tells what happens after this story is over. After you do that, we're going to continue that theme discussion. Remember, theme is the lesson of the story that Lois Lowry is trying to teach us. So I came up with 4 themes for you. I need you to choose one of those themes that you think best fits the story. So here are your choices. A best friend is a lucky thing to have. Find the strength to overcome a fear. Never give up when facing difficult times, or work together to solve a problem. So think about each of those themes for a minute, and then think about which one of those do you think best fits the story Number the Stars. When you think you have an answer, what I want you to do is then find 2 pieces of evidence in the story to support that theme. So, for instance, if I'm going to do find the strength to overcome a fear, I want you to think about through the whole story of Number of the Stars. Where was there a time that one of the characters had to overcome a fear? And it's happened a couple of times in the story. So think if you can find one, and then in the discussion group, I want you to post that piece of evidence. You need to find 2 different spots in the story that theme occurred. Now remember, you're only choosing one of these themes. So pick the one that you think is best. Because remember, a theme, there are multiple themes to a story. You just have to find text evidence to prove it. Now, when you're done with that, you're going to begin working on what's called the Number the Stars cereal box project. This project is not due until May 10th, so you've got 2 weeks to work on it. So why don't you take a look at the directions, which are loading up now. Your objective is you are going to be designing a cereal box or any small box that you have at home to represent the novel Number the Stars. So if you have like an old pancake box, whatever you have, just use an old box. With that box, I would like you to cover it with some sort of paper, construction paper, wrapping paper, whatever you got, whatever kind of paper you have at home. Now, on the front of that box, you're going to write the title of the story, the author, and an illustration that represents the novel. So think about something that you could draw that would help people understand the story Number the Stars. We're not even going to talk about the back of the box because we're not working on that this week at all. We're going to work on that for the week of May 4th. So you can disregard the back of the box for this week. You do have to do one of the pieces of text evidence in the discussion group, but that's all you're doing. You're doing nothing else on the cereal box with that. On the left-hand side of the cereal box, I want you to put the setting of the story, the characters, and the genre. The genre, remember, is the type of story. So we've talked in class that there's different types of genres. There's realistic fiction, there's historical fiction, there's mysteries, there's nonfiction, there's graphic novels. All of those are different types of genre. Now I'm going to give you a little helpful hint here. This story is based on history, and yes, there are facts that are true, but it has characters, it has problem, it has setting, it has solution. So think about if a story has characters, problem, setting, solution, is that type of story a fiction story or a nonfiction story? So that's your little helpful hint for today. And then on the right-hand side of the box, I would like you to draw an illustration of an important symbol in the book. So here are some examples. You don't have to choose one of these. You could choose whatever you wish. But I wrote there for you the Star of David. You could do a boat. You could do a Nazi soldier. You could Google what Sweden looked like. You could even Google what Denmark looked like and then draw that if you want. This is your chance to get creative. So I'm excited to see what you guys have in store for me when this is over in 2 weeks. And then at the top of the box, I would like you to rate the novel. 5 meaning that you absolutely loved it, couldn't put it down, this was the best book ever. 1 meaning, ugh, you didn't like it at all, which is fine. You can give it a 1-star rating or you could give it a 5-star rating. It's your opinion. And then on with that 5-star to 1-star rating, you could do 2, 3, 4 stars if you wanted. Write a sentence or 2 saying why you gave that novel the rating. So then when you're finished with that, I want you to think about, these are the types of things that I want you to think about. Do your best to color the illustrations, check your project for proper spelling, capitalization, punctuation, and grammar, and get creative. I know you guys are wonderful artists, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. And then when we're finished, so you won't see this in the Lincoln Schoology yet because we're not there yet. We are going to do a flip grid where you're going to share your project with all of our fourth grade friends and teachers. So this project is not due until May 10th. So you will not see that flip grid. You will not see that flip grid not link in there until the week of May 4th. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to share with you a example of my cereal box project. So here we go. So this is the front of my cereal box. It says number of the stars up at the top. And then my author's name was Lois Lowry. And then here is my illustration. So remember, I'm not Mr. Gretsch, so I'm doing the best that I can. So I drew a boat, and on one side I drew Denmark, and on the other side I drew Sweden, because we know that many of the Jews were trying to escape Denmark to get to Sweden. Okay. And then on the side of the box, I put the setting of the story, and I'm sorry that this is backwards for you guys. It's Copenhagen, Denmark, and then my main characters that I picked were Anne Marie and Ellen. Remember, you're not going to list every single character in the book, so I would just choose the main characters. And then my genre, remember, it's based on history, but it's not it's not a true story, so it is historical fiction. And then you'll notice on the back, there's nothing because we're not ready to do the theme of the paragraph or the paragraph theme yet. So there's nothing there. I can guarantee you though, when you come back and watch my video on May 4th, you're going to see a theme paragraph there, but nobody should have one there for this week. And then on this side of the story, this one's kind of hard to see. This is my necklace of Star of David, because remember, that's what Anne Marie ripped off of Ellen's neck when the Nazi soldiers came. And then up at the top is my rating. So I gave it a 5-star rating, and I said, this book is full of suspense. I loved it. Okay, so here is my project. Now remember, this isn't due until May 10th. So you can begin to work on it this week, and then we'll work on it the following week. But if you want to get started on it, this is what you can start to do. Okay, as always, if you have any questions for us, Ms. Augustine and I are always available at our reading, writing, and social studies Q&A every Thursday at 1 o'clock. So hop on, and we'd love to see you guys. Okay. Have a great day.